Hi, this is Kelly with Craft Room Creations. Welcome to my craft room. Today we are going to be doing a comparison between the new Tri-Blends by Spectrum Noir, the brush pens, versus Copic markers. So let's get started. I haven't played with the Tri-Blend brushes a lot, and they haven't been blending as much as I hoped they would. So I'm trying again today, and I'm hoping that I'm a little happier with the results that I've gotten. I've read several Facebook comments on them, and people are saying it's just taking a little bit to get used to them. So I'm hoping that maybe they're just really different in the way that they blend from Copic's. But I do love Copic. But I wanted to give these a try, because if you are a Copic marker user, you know how expensive the markers are. And the Tri-Blends come with 3 colors for about the price that you would pay for 1 color in the Copic marker. So I thought it's worth giving a try and just seeing. So as I'm coloring today, I do feel like the colors are really different, but I'm liking how they are turning out a lot better. I'm noticing also with the Spectrum Noir, as they dry, they're a little more blended, where with the Copic, I'm just used to working with them, and I kind of can tell just what the end result is going to look like as I go, so I know how much to use. And I'm still learning the Spectrum Noir. But I really love the results of both of them. And if you look at the Spectrum Noir, you'll see that there is more of an ombre effect because of the 3 different colors, and more of a shadowed effect with the colors that I picked for the Copic in that green. So depending on what you're looking for, I really love both of these markers. Now this marker, as you can see, I wasn't really thrilled on how it was looking at the beginning, but once it dried, it still looked really good, and so I ended up being happy with her shirt. Now this is not a picture that I will be able to use because of the learning curve that we talked about earlier. There is a learning curve. You really do need to learn how much ink can go on your page before it bleeds with the Spectrum Noir brush, but that is exactly how I felt when I started using the Copic for the first time. I did a lot of bleeding, and I don't have that problem anymore because I'm used to those markers. So I feel like with the Spectrum Noir, you're going to have that same experience. At the beginning, it might bleed a little until you get really used to the markers themselves. Okay, so this is our girl colored with the Spectrum Noir. Now I'm going to start with the Copic, and I'm very familiar with Copic, and I really enjoy coloring with the Copic markers. You can see that I only have 2 of those purple colors, so I am using the light on the dark to give it a little bit more of a shadow effect. Now I am not super great at coloring. I do enjoy it, and I just do it for fun. So if you're an expert, you're probably looking at this and you're like, I could do so much better, and I'm sure that you could, because I really just do it for fun. But I'm finding between these 2 markers that they're very similar, and the end results are very similar, which makes me happy, because the price points are very different. I normally buy my Copic markers from Scrapbook Pal, because that seems to be the cheapest place to buy them. And something that still is a benefit of the Copic versus the brush markers by Spectrum Noir is that the Copic are refillable. So once you buy the marker, you have that marker, and all you have to do is buy the refill. So over time, if you color a lot, I think that the Copic might actually end up being cheaper, but the initial purchase, for sure, Spectrum Noir is going to be a lot cheaper at the beginning. So, and I think they both turned out really well. You can see that there's a lot of bleeding, but my next project that I'll put a picture at the end, I was able to do the brush markers with absolutely no bleeding at all. And I just really love how both of these markers color. I feel like the Spectrum Noir is very comparable to Copic, so that is super exciting to have something, a cheaper alternative than Copic, but just keep in mind that they are not refillable where Copic is refillable. So I have also been playing with the Tri-Blends by Spectrum Noir. The tip is a little bit different than the brush pen, but these also blend together very well, and I've enjoyed playing with them. Here is another attempt with those brush markers. Every time I use them, I'm happier and happier with the results. I think they're turning out really well. I get my Spectrum Noir brush markers from HSN is where I've been buying them, but you can get them from scrapbook.com as well, and probably many other retailers. If you have liked this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see more like this, please subscribe to my channel. Happy crafting!